Alright, so, hey everybody, welcome to a new VN. This is Rose J Traveled. What's interesting to me is that it says down here it's a 1.0 build, which that's usually what it is when the game is complete, not when it just starts out, so that's interesting to me. Art looks pretty generic, but who knows, it might be good. Yeah, cool. Do you think you can change the world? No. No matter who you are, you can only do so much. You have so little time to make a difference. Even finding a road worth traveling can be hard. It can look winding, erratic, endless. Sometimes it makes more sense to never even start. They say taking the first step is the hardest part. I can't count how many first steps I've taken. Oh, oh, cool. So this is original background art, and it looks cool. Maybe these steps would be easier if I even slept last night. I mean, come on, what kind of pompous psych professor assigns these kinds of questions before the first day of class? Barely moved in, this guy wants 10 pages. Oh, shut the fuck up, you slacker. Well, I'll have to make it up to him later. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Mom. No, I was busy unpacking all night. No, I am getting better at it, I promise. Yeah, I'm already on my way to class. What? No, yeah, I understand. It's fine. I get Dad had to work. I had to for work. Yes, we moved a lot. I know it's okay. Hey, I've got to go now. I have to make it to class. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love you too. Okay, bye. Interesting. Interesting. That is exactly how Echo starts. With a little monologue that is disembodied from any character, and then with the main character on the phone with their mom. So that's interesting. Better not be a sign of things to come, but who knows? I don't take kindly to copycats. Putting my phone away and taking a look around, I realize I might have gone the wrong way. Pulled the brochure I got during orientation to try and help me figure out where I am. Oh my fucking god, is this a fucking first aid school, VN? Again? God damn it. Looking at the well illustrated, poorly designed map of my new campus, I wonder if that statue I passed is supposed to be one of the founders. Or one of some rich graduate who donated to be memorialized. I don't want to go check though, that's surrounded by freshmen right now. I'll assume it's a former. Anything to get my bearings straight. All these buildings look so similar. All my past experiences in different campuses are blending together. I swear any place is pointed out must really want its students to be late. It puts the dorms and the cafeteria on the opposite sides of the campus. Now they have time for breakfast, but still. God, you were just a Debbie Downer, ain't ya? God. I look back and forth with a little map in my hand in a few directions before just picking one and aimlessly walking. What am I even doing here? This is what, the third? No, fourth time I actually get into some random college. Every time I feel less and less confident I'll stick around long for to graduate. Hell, at this point I'm worried I won't even last a semester before having to get a job. Moving and my less than stellar work ethic. Not lazy. Well, not in a traditional sense. Just can't bring myself to get most of my homework done, which usually leaves me with a less than desirable GPA. Those should be capitalized. Not flat out failing. But not in the classroom, all the work kind of just fades out. I really wonder if I should just stop and my senseless pondering and blind meandering, I bumped into a building. I looked shockingly close to one of the drawings on my map. I do a double take just to make sure. Oh, well, I guess I did end up finding the right building. Sure sticks out way more than I've actually seen it. Interesting. I don't like the fact that this is a fucking first day at a new school, the end, because they're so fucking cliche. Who knows? Maybe it'll pull the rug out from under me and do a 1-2 trick or something. I don't know. Building in question is the newest on campus, despite looking ancient, half dedicated to science and half dedicated to psych and literature. Ooh, these two interest me a lot. Oh boy. Although, if I'm going to be honest, if I'm ever going to go to college, it's going to be for literature or philosophy. Oh my god, you chose okay. I've been waiting for a VN like this for a fucking while. Holy shit. You're kidding. He's a fucking lit major, so he's read, like, damn, he's read. He's fucking Rejoice, maybe. He's read. Come on, give me some fucking shit. Guess they don't really thought highly of themselves or something. Or they modeled after some famous campus building somewhere. And the interior is supposed to be in stark contrast to the exterior. Something about fighting or meaning all things or whatever. I won't complain though, the rest of the campus is a bit more run down than I'm used to anyways. Saw some buildings during rotation that didn't even have air conditioning. Ugh, I'm dreading having classes in those, especially in the spring semester. Just staring at the building for what is probably long enough. I decided I should actually get inside before I'm too late. I myself unable to get able to though. End up just standing off to the side and say there's some little trees. Am I really doing this? Dejectedly, I inspect my little map with embarrassing mascot and colorful logos. Go Bulldogs, or whatever. Fell out of place even though I've been through this so many times. First day jitters, I guess. But when you think it would get better and I'd feel less nervous, it doesn't. And it feels more pointless. Wish I could just stop. Just find something I was good at and stick with it. Hell, even stick in just one place. But no. This is my life right now. To my family moving constantly and not having the drive or capital to do anything else but keep whatever this is up. Guess I best just get on with it. I'm not even lost a day at this rate. Jokingly moan to myself as I head around to the main doors of the building. Being a junior at 25 is so embarrassing. Oh my god, dude. Lots of people graduate in their mid-20s, okay? It's not that big a deal. This right, I don't graduate until I'm 30. Oh no, how horrible. You're a late bloomer. Oh no, how horrible. Life ain't a fucking race. I huff and puff once my little tirade is over and I move along. Finally found the front doors and head up the small staircase inside. Seems quiet. Maybe I missed the class rush. Ponder hopefully as I reach the doors. Turns out I was not so lucky. As when I open the doors, I see tons of people at every which way. Too many people, in fact. Oh man, I didn't know this place even had this many students. Where were all you at orientation? Tried to head inside, but almost get knocked over by someone barging through the doors. Hey! Back. But they've already gone. Jackass. Last class must have just gotten out. This sucks. I've never been good with crowds, even though I've been told I blended them quite well. Christ, who is this character? Me? Fucking swear. I've been, like, everything he's been saying so far has been fucking spot on. Jesus Christ, I hate it. I'm not really sure that was a comment in retrospect, but oh well. Getting a bit further into the building, I realized this may be a bit more than I anticipated. Maybe I should try to find an empty hallway or just somewhere I can be alone for a second. I see it, a perfect place to be off to the side and just take a breather. I just slipped through the crowd and ducked behind some awkwardly placed lockers at the end of one of the halls. Guess the bad layouts of this place extends to inside their buildings as well. Well, I'm not there to get an architecture degree. I wonder if that's even what architects do, or if it's like an interior design thing. Man, my thoughts are over the place. Christ, is this character me? Hello? I really need to focus. At least I can be alone here for a second. Definitely starting to feel a bit jittery. 3. What? What the fuck? fuck? Feel like I'm being trapped. Watched. 2. Hello. Hello, what? Did, did it suddenly get colder in here? Oh my god. Are you sure, sir? Initiating sequence. Oh my god. Hello. Hello, animation. What? Uh, who fuck is. Oh shit. Did the hallway change when I wasn't looking? Guess I must have been so distracted trying to get away from the crowd that I didn't notice I walked in the science wing. Great, now I'm just lost again. Damn. Really should hit a breakfast. Super lightheaded. Hopefully there will be some time after class to get something. Surely there's a cafe or something nearby. I start heading down the hallway, my little map still in my hand, slightly weathered from me grasping it so hard. Poor little mascot drawing is all crumpled now. Probably shouldn't destroy this thing. Might be the only way I can get back to my dorm. Slip in my pocket as I come to a corner. It's really quiet all of a sudden. I guess everyone's in class already. Everyone except me. I'm late to my first class. This isn't new for me, but I'm still not proud of it either. Really need to get better at managing my time. Not a great way to make first impressions and all. Shaking my head to dispel the bad thoughts, I find myself in front of a door. I know I'm looking for room 240L, and I know that this looks like gibberish. I'm no expert, but I don't even think this is a language. Oh, this is the science department. Maybe they have like fun names for the classrooms or something and use symbols instead. That's kind of cool, actually. Shame I never get into science, into a science major. It's literature best for me. Oh man, it's bust, isn't it? I just stand lifelessly for a few seconds before shaking it off and reaching for the door handle, only to realize there isn't one. Oh, wow, I really did go all out. Uh, I know. Pull out my student ID card and try touching the pad a few times. Nothing happens. I eye up the pad, seeing if there's any way to swipe or insert it, giving it a few inquisitory pokes in the process. Nothing. Huh. Oh, well, no harm in knocking, I guess. Raise my hand and knock on the door. Before it even reaches the door, it slides open. Bit shocked, but also, man, that was cool. Hope the literature department's half as good as this. Uh, this art looks cool. I like it. I'm fucking intrigued already. What the fuck is happening? I peek inside and see some students working hard, standing around a table, all in huge white lab coats, looking all proper and clean. I don't think they heard the door open. Must be really busy doing science-y stuff. Got the courage and even speak up. Uh, Hi there, guys. I'm a bit lost. Mind telling me where the literature department is? First day and all. Oh shit. Their ears prick up. Wait, what? Ears? Okay, so our character is a human. Got it. That's a neat way to do that. Not explicitly telling you, because obviously you wouldn't fucking tell someone that you get it. This is really fucking cool though. All the different background art and shit, like, wow. And it's all drawn by someone, and it wasn't just stolen off the internet, so that's even cooler. As they turn to me, they are much larger than I thought they'd be. Also, they look like dogs. Does this school have a drama club? We must use this room for, costumes or something. Yeah, it's just really nice costumes. With moving eyes and realistic fur. Staring at me. I snap out of it. I don't like this anymore. I think I'm gonna go anywhere but here. Bye. Say as I duck around the door and start power walking the opposite direction. Here it can only be described as barking behind me. My sneakers are thundering on the hard metal floor. Am I running? When did I start running? I'm not stopping now. Hallways all look the same. Did they always look the same? No, I'm sure they didn't. Where are the windows? Where are the bad motivational posters? Don't think this is the science wing anymore. Oh shit. Turning a corner too sharp, I bump into someone, or rather, something. I think I knocked them over. Gathered myself for a moment and looked down at them. The phrase, deer in the headlights, ever meant anything to me. This is it. I think time has stopped. Just breakfast, and I might be a bit lightheaded, but I'm not delusional. That is a dog in a lab coat. They look analogous to a Doberman, or something of the like. Our eyes meet, and I realize they are staring at me, returning my stunned expression. This can't be real. Heartbeat reminds me time stops for no one, and I dash off in the direction. From behind me, I hear a shaken, what? It's enough to almost stop me in my tracks. Did that thing just talk to me? Did I understand it? No, 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 just keep running. The adrenaline in my veins allow me to sprint far more than I usually do. Morning jogs be damned, I'm running for my life. Maybe? Oh shit. It's a panic room now. Cool. If things couldn't get worse, red lights start encompassing every inch of the hallways and alarms blare. Really? You were doing fine, except for a few typos. Now you're misspelling shit. Overhead. I have a sinking feeling those are for me. If I wasn't panicking earlier, I am now. Really don't think this is the science wing anymore. Hell, I don't know where I am. Turn a corner and see some more of those things looking around. I try and sneak a peek at them. Seem to be talking, but I can't hear them over the alarm. Forgotten the lab coats of the other dogs I've seen so far, and are wearing sleek outfits with a uniform jacket. The jacket was supposed to clue me in what their jobs might be. The weapons they're carrying sure do. One brandishing a worried-looking baton, while others have guns of some kind. Heart rate spikes. This can't be it. I can't be here. This can't be real. Oh boy. In my panic, I noticed the panel of one of the walls has been removed. Maybe maintenance or something. Doesn't matter. And I don't care. Decided to make a dash for it. Here's some barking behind me. I think they heard me. Or saw me. It doesn't matter. There's enough room to where I can crawl through. Anything is better than this. Their footsteps pounding behind me. They definitely saw me. Try to quickly duck in the opening, but a clawed hand, paw, reaches in and grabs at me. Come here! Grabs furiously before nicking my left arm with its claws. I wince. It got me. I scream, but in a haze I can't tell. Its fury, it grabs my backpack straps and yanks me back a bit. It's far too strong to break free. I managed to quickly wriggle out of my backpack and head down the small tunnel before nearly getting pulled out. Really hope they can't follow me in here. But I don't dare turn back and check. I dodged under narrow pipes around a corner into a barely lit and claustrophobic hallway. Hallway gives it too much credit. This is less than an intentional crack in a wall, but it's enough. I shimmy forward, hoping with every step I can find a way back from this madness. Out of the rabbit hole or whatever. It's a tight squeeze to get out of the tunnel into another mess of pipes and cables parading as a hallway. Wince as I get through. Reaching my arm, release while my shirt has been caught one of the pipes and gotten a hole torn in the left arm. There's a weird red oil on it, and on the pipes I passed. Oh no, I'm just being daft. I must have cut myself in the pipes. Guards definitely didn't have claws. They definitely are giant dogs. Yeah, no, this is just fatigue. I'm just imagining it. Must have wandered off into some still under development part of the new building and gotten chased off by the guards. And now I'm in the walls, bleeding, trapped like a rat. Well, I'm not going back, that's for sure. Though this moment's respite does allow me to clear my head, it also clears some of the adrenaline from my system and the pain comes back. Breathing through my teeth. Ah, damn it! Press my hand in my mouth. Clasp my hand, my arm where the cuts are, and press tight. You're supposed to do something like that. I get close enough for now. As I do, I hear something akin to grumbling behind me. My eyes shoot open. Realizing I hadn't checked my surroundings before my little pause, I whip my head around and examine the rest of the hallway. As I adjust to the darkness, I see something. Someone sitting on some metal jutting out of the wall. Hard to make out what, and I decided to get closer. I shouldn't have. It does no good for my psyche to see that this is, in fact, a dog in human clothes just asleep in front of me. I'm in panic. I take a second to look them over, trying to convince myself they're fake. That it's just a suit. Anything. Try to compare them to a dog breed I'd know. Anything to make this more manageable in my head. Although on my inspection, my eyes are quickly drawn to one of their arms. Either I'm seeing things, which feels possible at this point, or it's entirely made of metal. Watching their chest move from down calmly and rhythmically as they sleep does nothing to assuage my pounding heart. Cool blue light emanating from their mysterious arm, my broken and terrified demeanor contrasting with their calm and resting state. Hear more footsteps outside. I must be close to an exit of some kind. Maybe another one of those wall panels. Bet I can slip out, although I don't see an exit anywhere. See, next to this canine, there is a bag of tools. Some that look immediately identifiable and some more, let's say, alien in nature. But I've never been into construction or engineering or whatever. They're probably just normal tools, right? Reach for the most innocuous thing to a wrench, using my non-cut-up arm, and try to sneak it out of the bag without making much noise. Spread out! Couldn't have got far. My nerves of steel give out the second I hear that from behind me, and I panic, knocking the whole damn bag over before scrambling to pick up what I was reaching for. Finally managing to get it from amongst the jumbled mess of other unknown tools, although perhaps too late. Looking up from my fumbling up with a confused and wide-eyed stare from the creature that was resting not but moments ago. A few slow blinks are exchanged by both parties before it mutters. Am I still sleeping? Well, I've heard these things speak before, actually. Seen it up close makes me jolt back, wrenched, raised in a pathetic attempt to look intimidating. While still dazed, the canine in front of me realizes this and shifts back, but yet a bit too fast, and thinks their head in a pipe. Ah! They yipe in a less than intimidating manner. What is intimidating is out of reflex or intention, they decide to stand up, dwarfing by a good few inches, ears not included. The process, though, they accidentally get closer to me than I'd like in my current state. Back up! I shout as I aimlessly swing their wrench back and forth at them like some cornered beast. They weren't awake already. They are now. Hey! Whoa! Be careful! What are you? Stay back. I'm warning you. I was displaying no understanding. What are you saying? What do you mean, what am I saying? How am I the crazy one here? Take a few steps back. Corner whether I know it or not. They take a step forward. Can't you hear me? I said stay back! In less pathetic swing, I'm thrown off balance and swept backwards toward the wall. Canine's eyes opened wide, not in fear, but in shock and panic. No, wait, those panels are done being installed! Which not stop my descent as I slam into the thin wall, taking it down with me. The head is spinning, the red lights and alarms are not helping at all. Must have knocked out whatever panel they were working on. Takes me a second to come to my senses. I drop the damned wrench and manage to stand up. I feel like shit. I look up and notice the dog is standing where the panel just was looking at me, almost worried. I don't take the time to dwell on as I turn to look both ways down the hallway. One end seems a few dogs in lab coats frantically looking this way and yelling. Other way seems clear, though. Make a break for it. Definitely not running as fast as I was, but running at all is a miracle right now. Then something turns the corner. One of those security-looking dogs. They look unarmed, but through the haze of my eyes and the red lights, I swear I see their eyes practically glow blue. There you are. Oh no. Try pivoting in the direction. Maybe I'll be better off passing through those other dogs. Use all the energy left in my exhausted body to try and cover any ground at all. Hear my footsteps. Hear my heartbeat. Then I hear something that makes my heart skip a beat. Their footsteps. They're close already. Can't get away. See the tool I dropped earlier, managed to snatch it up before they were upon me. Maybe I can defend myself or something. I turn and my heart stops. Oh my god, that's really cool. That is really fucking cool. Bounding towards me just a few feet away is another Doberman, far more intimidating than the last. Paws out ready to lunge and tackle me. I don't even have time to breathe. I just flinch before I'm knocked to the floor. Wait, no, Oh, shit. What? Okay, wow. So, that's interesting. Okay, so I have to fucking pause here and just talk about this because not only has this gotten me insanely fucking intrigued, but that was very realistic behavior in that scenario, so I'm very glad that's a thing. I'm glad that this main character isn't a fucking piece of cardboard that just accepts everything. Adastra. Yeah, but anyway, the art really good. It's all original, it seems to me. The backgrounds and the arts are all drawn. The writing's actually gotten really decent. I like it a bit. The main character has grown on me, and it's only been like 27 minutes, so that's definitely a fucking plus in my book. Okay. I need to take a drink of my water over here. I open my eyes and look around. My head's in a total daze. I'm in class? Oh, thank goodness. I, I must have just made it to class and passed out. Those crowds really gets me sometimes. I breathe a sigh of relief. I just scratch my arm and wince. Ow! What? Pull my hand away. I see there's blood on it. Oh no. Maybe I still got cut and all that? I did almost get knocked out before coming into class. Surely there's a reason for all. I realize I've been sitting alone this whole time. No. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, look at that. It's the fucking S. It's the S that everyone draws, and oh my god. Panic doesn't have time to set in. They spot me in a heartbeat. Piercing blue eyes shoot through my very being. This is it. This is how I die. He lunches. I scream. I scream. Startled with my horrible dream. To be confronted with a horrible reality. Horrible reality with a warm blanket covering me. This is definitely not my dorm. Hello? Where am I? Taking a quick look around the room, it seems to have some general furnishings, like a desk and a chair and a bench coming out over the walls. A little nook that appears to be a bathroom. This might actually be nicer than my dorm. Wait, I can't be having thoughts like that now. Shake myself awake, I try and sit up only to realize just how damn sore I am. It's hard to even shimmy to the side of the bed. And add to it all, and I'm shirtless all of a sudden. Give myself a quick once over, I find my pants are still on. Although my pockets have been emptied. And in lieu of a shirt, I have some bandages on my arm and my head. I managed to stop myself from touching them like an idiot. Better just leave them how they are for now. And not that I'd wear shoes to bed, but I realize that those have gone missing as well. An uneasy panic sets in. Where in the world am I? Hello? Repeat louder. Managed to swing my legs over the edge of the bed, cold floor causing me to shiver. Managing to stand up finally, albeit with some wobbling around and catching myself a few times. I realized this room is missing something. Something crucial, in fact. There's no damn door. Walking along the edge of the room, scouring for any kind of crack or seam or anything and I realize there's nothing. Hitting my fist against the wall. Hello? Still no response. Discouraged, I sit on the edge of the bed and just try to put my thoughts together. None of this makes any sense. How did I get here? What even is here? Why are there giant dog folk just out and about? Really hoping that the giant dog part was just my hallucinations or something. Fortunately, I've had a hard time convincing myself to believe that. To calm myself down, even just a little bit. Just focusing on my breathing. I think some therapist recommended that. It's been so long since I've been to one. It feels like hours pass, although it's probably been far less, and I'm myself jumping every little inexplicable sound. Must be something behind these walls. I can feel it. The feeling of being watched. But I don't see any cameras. I do, however, remember seeing a sink in the corner, so I had to splash some water on my face. Maybe get a bit of a drink while I'm there. I've done nothing but sit and try not to completely break down. I need some water. Sink seemed fine. It runs cold enough. Speaking of, this whole place is a bit on the colder side. Maybe it's because I seem to have been relieved of almost all my clothing, but still. Covering my hand, I'm able to get a decent drink. Doesn't taste like anything, which means it's water. Probably. Looking at my hands after drinking from them, I see some nicks and bruises and a bit of blood still stuck under a fingernail. I've been better. Fortunately, before my train of thought can get darker, I hear some muffled sounds coming from under the wall. Sounds like talking? Try to figure out where it's coming from before setting my eyes on the wall opposite my bed. Creeping over, I manage to hear that it's definitely talking, but I can't make it all out. What do you hurt them? You, well, some, sir? What? Stop for a few seconds. Sounds like there are two, maybe three of them out there. Put my ear up to the wall to listen. What is it doing? I don't know who's talking. Can they see me? Look around for cameras, but nothing in the room or on the wall sticks out as one to me. It just sound like a mechanical door opening outside. I can hear a new voice enter the room. Sorry I'm late, sir. Never had to come down here before. Thought you knew the entire station. Never mind that. Maruk, can you let us in now? Station? Like a military base or something? Guess that would explain the lab coats and the armed guards. Here's some clicking coming on the other side of the wall, as well as some muffled grumbling before suddenly... What the okay. The wall isn't a wall at all, but a window. Scroll back, tripping over myself in the process of landing right at my backside. Looking up, I'm with three dogs staring back at me with varying expressions. In the middle and directly in front of me, there's a shorter and older-looking sheepdog of some sort. Maybe a mutt? Wearing a smart-looking lab coat and tie combo. Their expression is one of pure awe, as if they just discovered something amazing. Maybe they have. To his right is a massive St. Bernard-looking dog dressed in what I can only assume are some form of doctor's scrubs. He casually towers over the rest of them easily. I'd be intimidated by his sheer size if he didn't have the most disarming grin on his face. The guy's one. His smile only gets larger. The last dog in the room gives me no such favors. Turn my right, I face him and realize who it is. My eyes narrow, my heart rate picks up. Him. I scroll back to my bed and show myself with a pillow. He just rolls his eyes and scoffs. Bah! Look at that! You and your team have terrified the poor thing. We'll be lucky if we can manage any kind of communication with it now. Yeah, it's just great. That's great. Just doing my job. Hey, can I go to can I go now to Chief? Can I go now, Chief? I gotta make sure there's no more of... Gestures at me. These things around. Finally having a chance to listen to this canine's voice and not just waiting to scream in return. It has an interesting sound to it. It's not all just barks, I guess. It's gruff but not intimidating, right now at least. Sounds like he's been trained to speak properly, like in the military or something. Maybe not how to act properly, though. Knowing now I'm not crazy and that these things do indeed talk, I turn to the other two to see who this chief is. Now, Maruk, your team is scouring the whole station. I'm sure they'll do an excellent job terrifying anything else they find. They'll just stay a while and make sure we don't have any issues here, wouldn't you? The chief's voice definitely clues me into his age, and if the gray in his fur wasn't indicator enough already. Being a bit cracked, but still warm, Maruk just grumbles and sits on a bench on the other side of the window. Well, I am glad our medical team clothed the thing. I do think it would be advantageous to actually see what it looks like in its natural state. What are you talking about, Doc? I think the team just bandaged it up or something. They didn't put those pants on it. Wait, but you're implying you found it clothed running around the ship? Okay, so this is a typo. This means this doesn't make any sense grammatically at all. This is possessive, which the word you're looking for is your. Y-O-U''R-E, okay? Learn grammar. Yes. There wasn't some naked creature running around the vents scaring our crew. Didn't you read my report? Maruk, you of all people should know how important yesterday was for me, and... I watch these two bicker at each other, and my eyes are drawn to the massive and unmoving saint in the corner. He hasn't made a move since I first saw him, still just staring and smiling. It's a bit more unsettling now, it's been going on for so long. Finally, he speaks up. Chief, I can summarize security. Chief Maruk's report for you. Still not breaking eye contact. An alarm went off in the advanced research sector after multiple reports of an unknown being roaming the halls. After finding the creature in the vents, it was subdued by Maruk himself. Creature sustained what we believe to be minor wounds and was detained. It showed an aptitude for tool usage, evasion of capture, and logical thinking. Also, it's watching us. He punctuates his speech with a warm smile and points to me as the other two look on. I can't help but look back at them. It seems shy that I am at least following the flow of the conversation. Oh my, you seem to be right, my boy. She pats the mountain of a saint on the back and walks closer to the glass. I wonder if this is the results. If this is the results, yesterday's big show. Sounds like I just missed something before my arrival. It's entirely possible, sir, but there's no way to tell right now. Not until we run all the data fully. And even then, who knows what it will tell us. Might be a few days still, even if not longer. Yes, of course. Well, let's not worry about that until then and focus on this for now. Maruk, in your report, did you say it could speak? You did say it could speak, no? Well, it did more screaming than speaking, but... Well, what? Sir, what Maruk is trying to say is that head of maintenance, Roan Tyran, corroborated that it does indeed seem to speak some sort of language, although we do not know what. Guess Roan was that dog I encountered in the walls yesterday. Oh, yes, I did see him being questioned yesterday. Interesting mechanic, that one, but hard to find sometimes. Well, bring him down here, maybe he can help us. Oh man, this is fucking fun. This is fun. I don't know if that's necessary, sir. I mean, he only saw the thing for a moment. No need to bother him right now. Nonsense. I'm sure he'll be of great help. Schedule him to come by sometime, will you? No one moves, but the saint just nods his head and turns back to me. Maybe there are more dogs off to the side taking notes. But that's later. Let's enjoy this moment. I mean, look at what we have here. Just fascinating. I would love to hear it communicate. I truly can't believe we might be making first contact here. First contact? Oh no, am I the first other sentient being this species has met? Oh, I am not making a good first impression. I guess they really aren't either, putting me in the cell and all. In a way, I decided it's probably high time to come out from my pillow and say something. Hello? Oh, their eyes widen even Maruk's as they stare at me. Tried to stand brave and strong, looking crawling out from behind a pillow, but being about the same height as the chief, I don't think it's working. Turn to one another and look a bit confused. Can you understand me? I asked with a small wave. Still nothing but beguiled looks. I don't remember taking lessons in barking and growling, so why the hell can I understand them? Guess I should just count my blessings that I can for now and worry about the why later. They do seem a bit disappointed, not sure what they expected, though. Any ideas, sir? What? Oh, just thinking, my boy. Give me a minute. It just spoke up now, yes? Yes, sir. Didn't you hear it? Yes, I did, but that's not what I meant. I mean, it spoke up only, however, only after I said how much I'd love to hear it speak now. I realize since I understand that I've just been following over conversation rules and so on. Guess it must be weird for them since they can understand that I can understand them already. Maybe it wasn't just a coincidence, but we should try some simpler questions and... He's cut up by a beeping noise. Raising his wrist, it's revealed he's wearing a bracelet of some kind. Seems fairly innocuous until a small screen appears in front of it. I'm too far away to see what it says. It's a bit shocking to see something like that, although I'm not sure how much more I can be surprised by anything at this point. So I'll go on a bit numb. Being imprisoned by giant talking dogs with see-through walls and hologram-emitting bracelets. That'd be up there for the coolest thing I've ever seen. If I wasn't scared for my life right now. Oh my, some numbers are coming through from the... Well, you know, I know how monumental this is. Gesturing at me. But this is my life's work. There should be an apostrophe there. I must go, you understand. Of course, sir. Maruk and I can handle this. Wait. What do you mean, Maruk and... Thank you. I expect a full report when you're done. Of course, sir. Big Saint says with a smile and a nod as the old chief leaves, affording me one last look. Fascinating, isn't it? I'm sorry, who's fucking home? Who's home right now? I can't see the door as he leaves, but I can hear it. There's a moment of silence between the three of us as if all the life in the room just left. Fortunately for all of us, the one named Maruk ends our discomfort. He's not going to read the report, you know. No, he reads my reports, just not yours. Punctuated with a wink. Whatever. Guess these two are acquainted. Still have no idea really who they are besides some honorific titles in their names. Well, one of their names anyhow. Large Saint approaches the wall. Well, one of us is to get some work done around here. Mind letting me in? Aren't you worried about getting contaminated? Spent like 4 hours just getting tested by the emergency team. Saint just turned to him and raised an eyebrow. What are you? Though. Damn it right, I forget sometimes. That's the point, you know. Yeah, well, it works. Norway, anyways, you know where to stand. Try not to let it out. Got no idea what they're talking about. Guess they know each other well enough, though. Oh, that's fucking cool. God, all the sprites, all the artwork, it's so... Oh my... For a first update, this is really, really polished and really... Well, not polished, the writing's still really... It's good, but it's very poorly grammar, and there's a bunch of punctuation errors and spelling errors so far, but you know, whatever. Well, the Saint waits. Maruk pulls up a screen on his bracelet. Guess whatever that thing is, they are ubiquitous around here. That is one of my favorite words, ubiquitous. I fucking love that word around here. And part of the wall opens up. It just slid away. I guess things around here can still surprise me after all. It's the wonder of the sliding door phase. Rose about to make close contact with one of those massive canines. My muscles tense up when I go into fight or flight mode. Expression of the saint changes, only very slightly. There's no way he noticed that, right? I barely flinched, but still. Guess I gotta be careful. Steps inside, and the door closes behind him, walking over the bench and messing around with his bag. I decided to keep my distance, so I sit in the bed and watch, only slightly hiding behind a pillow this time. It's very calm for someone who's sitting in a room with an alien. Wait. I guess I am also sitting in a room with an alien, although I'm definitely slightly less calm. It's still calmer than when I woke up, though. Guess I can't be helped. This new dog might be huge, but he's very disarming. Gentle giant, I hope. Well, he's pulling out some, by the looks of it, medical equipment and other unknown tools. Maruk decides to get up from his bench and saunter over to the wall. You know, Doc, that one of them is that thing is pretty wily. I'd be careful if I were you. Oh, I'm in so much danger. I need the big and strong security chief Maruk to come and save me. Yeah, but I'm serious. The thing took up a wrench and tried to hit me. I know I read your report. Rounds 2. Fascinating, isn't it? More annoying. I'm already under pressure, Ziz. This really isn't helping. You're fine, Maruk. You've been through worse than this. Yeah, whatever. Why the hell are you in there anyways? I doubt it's just gonna sit all nicely for you. Why not just knock it out and run on your little Tistian? Knock it out? I'll not be knocked out again at all, please. Maruk, you can't be serious. I'm already mad enough at the emergency for suggestions and anesthetics on them. It's not making it any worse, alright? Fine, just watch out, okay? I'll be right out here if you need me. Buck just grunts in acknowledgement. Takes his time, double-checking every little tool he pulled out of his bag before turning to me. Our eyes meet and he smiles, and proceeds to pat the seat next to him. You can't be serious. Bert picks up on this too. Doc, he ain't a normal patient. I don't think he's gonna just come to you. Well, I can't go to them without scaring them, but I need these tests done. We didn't get great readings when they were asleep. Might not understand us, but it's clearly sentient. Just scared. They will come to me. Just give them time. Luke doesn't look convinced. I'm not sure I'm convinced either. I'm being chased down corridors and being slashed by claws. It's a bit hard for me to just approach one of these things. Wow. An actually intelligent protagonist that doesn't just, wow, amazing, I love this. But now they see I'm sentient, so surely that won't happen again, right? Sucks. My mind is racing every which way. For about a minute of panicking and second-guessing myself, I stand up and slowly head over to the bench. Against my better judgment. Eyeing up both of the big dogs in the way, making sure they don't pounce me like last time. Maruk seems surprised to move it at all, but Doc just has the same smiling exterior. Really hope I didn't make a mistake here. Not that I have much choice in this situation. It's either what, go over him or just try to make a pillow for it and hide forever. Tempting, but I don't think I'd have enough pillows. Sit down a few feet away from him. I was falling off the edge of the bench. So I turn my gaze towards him. He's even bigger up close. How is this gonna work at all? Getting a physical from another species that doesn't even understand me or what I am. Duck slowly offers his hand. Paw, for me, resting palm side up. My gaze rapidly shifts between his massive paw on his face. Is he offering it to me, or does he want my hand in return? Poor thing's terrified. Chief was right. It'll be a miracle if we can get its trust. They don't blame me. I was just doing my job. Don't remind me. Taking a few deep breaths to still my nerves, I thought I'd just get this over with. I'll always hid away in the doctor's office anyways. So I reach up and put my hand inside his paw. Fortunately for me, it was still bickering with Maruk, and it surprised him as he jumped back a bit, causing me to flinch backwards as well. Immediately pull my arms into offensive position. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Crack appears an ever-present smile. He seems genuinely worried, putting his paw back out slowly. Much lower this time. Oh, no. Please don't tell me I've ruined my one chance. Those are sweating in my balled fists, staring down this massive beast's paw trying to convince myself they were just in fact here help me is substantially harder than I'd like. I could say myself that I'm not crazy, that this is somehow the best course of action. I also slowly return my hand to his paw, can't help but gently squeeze one of his fingers. It's warm and unbelievably soft. And they are just like big dogs. I doubt in my mind that these things have been gone now. They are real. It's a sigh of relief as if he'd been holding it back as he walked in here. See, Maruch, maybe you should try being nice sometime before you just tackle everything you see. Day. First off, I'm great at tackling things. Taught in my class. And next time I find an intruder on the station, remember to be nice first. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Did he just make a joke? Can't help but scoff. I'm surprised at his sense of humor. Guess I don't really know the guy very well. Besides his tackling prowess, which I can unfortunately attest to. Noticing that Doc has an inquisitive look in his face, I realize I responded with a comment I had no right understanding. Did he pick up on that, though? He does seem smart, but still, that's a stretch. He eyes me a bit more before reaching over with his other arm, pulling out some bracelet-looking thing. I'll probably check my blood pressure. Wait, what good is that going to do if he's no idea what my blood pressure is supposed to be? Maybe to get a baseline? This is going to be to tell him what a normal blood pressure should be. Pulls his paw back and pantomimes putting the device in his wrist. Seems eerily similar to how he'd go at a normal checkup, but I won't complain. Gonna put this on you and make sure you're healthy, okay? It'll squeeze, okay? Duck, what are you doing? Even if you can't understand, it's important to explain the procedure. I can only act it out so well. Also, I'm recording this for posterity. Anyways, its heart rate seems to have gone down, so that's good. Probably. Who knew xenobiology would be so hard? Well, maybe it'll be common enough to take some blood samples. Wait, my heart rate? How the hell can he tell that as if he hasn't even put the wrist strap on yet? Is that just a canine thing? No, there are dogs that can do something like that. It's impressive, I'll be a bit creepy. Wait, did you see blood samples? Alright, anyways. I'm gonna put this on your wrist. You'll feel a bit of a squeeze, okay? He's repeating himself, as if talking to a child, as though he's supposed to act out again. I suppose it's all he thinks he can do to communicate, so I just nod in response. His eyes open wide and he hicks up an eyebrow. Can't you really not understand me? I asked, laying on my arm for him. No, for recording, that was the patient. Time of recording, I'll assume that was an affirmative of some kind, so allow me to take its blood pressure. Yeah, I'll take that as a no. Wonder if I'm better off with charades. I hate how that might actually be a good idea. Maybe later, I just want to get this impromptu appointment over with. This is really fucking cool. You know, just the protagonist actually being able to being intelligent for once, instead of like, what you got, whatever. Well, I'm really hungry though, gosh. After short and much automated procedures I'm used to, wristband comes off. Patient called me, want me to take their blood pressure. We'll assume this to be a base for future tests. If slightly elevated, perhaps. This would be a really bad way to find out that I have high blood pressure. Also, I suppose when other humans around, I wouldn't be able to tell anyways. Try to laugh it off. On my own head, Doc pulls out a stethoscope that looks eerily similar to the one you could find on Earth. Turns back to me. We'll now attempt to listen to and record the patient's heartbeat as best as I can, if I can locate the heart. Assuming patient has one. For note, patient only seems to have fur in their head, removing the need to move it out of the way. He slightly close to me until he reaches his empty paw out. Promise I don't want to hurt you. I just want to make sure you are nice and healthy, alright? I almost laughed as if to calm me down. It's sweet, but ultimately unnecessary. All that well said and done, I'm feeling a bit more calm, oddly enough. I mean, I'm still trapped, but at least they sent this guy to treat me instead of Maruk. I'll be much more physical. At this rate, my heart may actually be decent for him. They're shuffling forwards again, he makes eye contact with me. They're asking me not to jump back or lash out. Stay calm, and I let him continue what he has to do. No need prolonging it. It does come to mind, however, that while I have made physical contact with these canines before, well, one made contact with me at rhyming speed. I have not really had a chance to fully study them up close. Grateful to find out they aren't all intimidating. Maybe it's just Doc. He's massive, but so gentle. Feel how warm he is, his breath on my arm as his fur brushing against my chest. Certainly disarming, if nothing else. Drilling in and putting the cold stethoscope in my chest, he mumbles to himself. Attempting to ascertain the location of the patient's heart and take a reading. Fumbles around for a bit trying to find it, poking and prodding, never quite getting it right. I'd be embarrassed if I wasn't so alien. Science had just reached up and guided him with a free hand, grab him in the back of his mighty paw and gently delivering it to my heart. Oh, thank you. It takes 2 beats of my heart for him to realize what just happened. He jolts backwards, falling off the bench. Flinch, worried something's just happened. Root jumps up and rushes to the wall. What the hell, Doc? You okay? I'm coming in. No. No, I'm fine. But what the hell was all the theatrics for then? Just realized what the chief was implying. Oh dear, oh this is... What are you on about? Maruk. It's following our conversations. Its movements and gestures are not random at all. Understands us. Maruk's confused, as if he's uncertain that he wants to believe that it could be true or not. That's a joke. Right, Duck? Doesn't respond. Just talking about actually making progress here. To where I would have to wait weeks to get anything across. Guess I got found by some damn smart canines. Maruk excluded. Wow, asshole. Doc slowly gets up, eyeing me wearily, as if I might attack at any second, then musters the courage to ask. You can understand us, right? I simply nod. Yes. Both Doc and Maruk take a second to compose themselves. Guess that was a bombshell to drop on them just casually. Surprising to me too, but so was everything here. It wasn't a mistake, let know I can understand them. But by our earlier conversation was just going, it seemed that she must have figured me out pretty quickly anyways. Maybe I can ask for a shirt soon. To be let out of jail. Small steps. Doc blinks himself back to reality, up the gravity, and sits down next to me. I don't think he knows what to say. Maruk, it should go without saying that everything that happens here is confidential. Correct? What? Yeah, of course, Doc. I'm the one who interviews half the people who saw this thing. We know the captain doesn't want the word out yet. Captain? Like military rank or boat captain? We're on a ship? Guess these goes out to wait, but it seems there's some higher powers than just the chief. For prosperity, make sure that wasn't just a coincidence. Please nod if you can understand us. Bit confused, but I guess not as confused as them. Yes, I understand you, I say, nodding. Doc turns to Maruk, who looks equally as confused. Don't look at me. You're the scientist here. This is well beyond my purview. We'll do something. You know what my skill set includes, and this ain't it. These two really like going at each other, as if they were an old married couple in some cheesy sitcom. Sitcom I'd watch back home. All suddenly forms in my gut. Home. Where the hell am I? Really don't know how far home is, huh? Did I even get a chance to say goodbye? That shitty phone call sure didn't count. Oh man, not now. I'd really rather not cry in front of these two right now. Fortunately, the resident walking heart rate monitor seems to have picked up on this. Oh dear, don't worry, we aren't fighting. Maruk and I just enjoy getting each other's tails is all. This is so confusing. Supposed to introduce myself then. My name is Marwin. Dr. Marwin Seno. Most people just call me Morrow. Or Doc. Mostly Doc. That's Maruk Saris, our security hadn't picked up on that already. This saint really is trying to live up to his namesake, huh? I was worried about his squalling with Maruk and try to calm me down. Best doctor for had, that's for sure. Take some deep breaths to compose myself. Marwin, I say, pointing at him. Not sure he entirely understands, but he smiles nonetheless. Point to myself. Cool, we get to name ourselves, that's fun. Alex. Doc seems very excited and tries to repeat my name, with the language barrier being one side. It's very weird how he tries to say it. Wonder if what I'm saying with their saying sounds different. Like, they obviously aren't speaking English, so why do I hear it like they are? Can't even repeat a word I've said in English back to me. What I hear is English is a language, and it just gets translated. Wait, is it being translated? This is too much for my head around on an empty stomach. An empty stomach. Look down and grab my stomach. Only now realizing how hungry I am. I haven't eaten since last night. Who knows how long ago that was? So disoriented, I don't even know what time it is. Focus. One issue at a time. That issue is lunch. I realized that Mara had been watching me. Urgently, I think Grandma's stomach seems to be a universal language. Hey, Maruk, have we brought any food for our guest? Food? No, you were the first one in here since it woke up. What do you suppose it eats anyway? Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm going to picking something up a ride if you don't mind. Yeah, I love to, Doc, but I ain't really supposed to leave it unguarded. Let alone leave you locked up in here and there with it. No, you think it's fine though, but it could still be deadly. Appreciate your concern, Maruk, but I'll be fine. Anyways, can't ask someone to come down to us and get us anything. So few people even know what's really here. Maruk looks between the two of us. Not worried per se, but more just concerned. Whether for himself or Morrow, I can't say. In the end, he sighs and capitulates. Alright, fine, but I got to be fast. Can't afford to stand in any lines, so sorry. It's not the best selection or whatever. It's fine. Just the best you can. Thank you. With that, he nods and heads out. Not before eyeing me a bit, as if to say, don't try anything. Trust me, in a fight between a 160 or so pound college student and a massive dog, I think I could call the winner. So, he looks worried. Yes, it is concerning that I can understand them. See it as beneficial for now, though. Maybe I can figure out some of this madness a bit faster this way. No idea how I could get them to understand me, though. Well, if they have paper or something that you can just write, that would be interesting. Writing something, writing your name and shit. Getting that out because that's the first step to getting the language barrier passed. Honestly, I think I don't know. See it as beneficial for now, though. Maybe I can. Already read that. Jesus. Maybe charades really is the best strategy I have to go with right now. Mara manages to arrange his thoughts and continue. Now, this may be a bit awkward after, well, everything, but I would appreciate it if I could still finish my medical examination of you. That's alright. Alright. We were kind of in the middle of a doctor's appointment, weren't we? This will do nothing for me, I'm sure there are dogs here just begging to get this information. Doc probably included. Suppose it couldn't hurt. I nod with such a small sigh. At least he seems grateful. It's nice he asked first. I wasn't even thinking about if I had a choice or not. The rest of the appointment was fairly routine. Well, mostly anyways. Checked my ear, my mouth, my eyes. And there's some less than routine parts, like when he tried to see if I had a tail, or inspected my head and asked why my fur was so short. Or when he split my hand and tried to inspect my claws. It's nice feeling his hand, though. Pads aren't quite like skin. They aren't quite as rough as a normal dog's. I guess they aren't. On the ground getting beat up all the time. My claws still freak me out a bit. As long as they are. Being brandished me as a weapon, though, I think I'll be fine. He needed to talk to himself there at the examination. It's very diligent, I suppose. I wonder what he'll say about me in his write-up. I'm curious if they have anything like wherever I am, or anything at least similar to humans. Obviously, nothing too close considering their reactions. Maybe something genetically close. It's worth asking about. Atop all the other questions I have stacking up. Come back to reality, I notice there are only two other tools left out of the bag a roll of bandages, and oh, a large pointy looking device. Right, he did say he wanted to take some blood samples. Suddenly unsure if I should have allowed this examination to continue. Doc seemed to notice the dip in my attitude, or maybe just the change in my heart rate. Put two and two together. Oh, this? I promise we'll make it as bearable as possible, but it would really help us if we could get even the smallest sample from you. When we found out you were sentient and not some naked creature running around, I stopped the emergency team from taking samples while you were unconscious. Felt wrong. Of course, now that does mean you have to be conscious while I take them, of course. Sorry, but I saw it as the only way acceptable course of action. Wait, what? Surprisingly thoughtful that he got his way for my well-being and rights while knowing so little about me. But that's just it. I'm an unknown to them. That is not how you spell that word. Wow. Well, I go out of your way to do all that. Seems like an inconvenience for them, and maybe now me as I stare down the needle, but I suppose he truly meant well by it. Thank you, Morrowind. Right. Well, before we deal with that, I'd like you to change your bandages if that's alright. He has no idea what I said. Oh well, soon enough, hopefully. Simply nod and let him adjust my wounds. They don't look as bad as I thought they might. I do see now that I have a few stitches in my arm. Actually, in closer inspection, the cuts look fused back together. Wonder if it'll leave a scar. Probably not. No, I'll have to talk to Maruk about this. They really did a number on you. We're just in my wound. Doc got us all supplied and rearranges the last few pieces needed for my medical. Alright. Would you be okay if we were to try and take a sample of your blood? Promise I'll make it as manageable as possible. I'm an expert. Well, on my own species, anyways. Can't help but laugh a bit. Really can't tell if he's trying to tell a joke or it just came out that way. Definitely don't want to do this, but this Sane has been so kind to me, I feel like he deserves it. Do open he's an expert, though. I'd rather not get stabbed more than once. Lay out my arm, I'm assuming that the act of taking blood is similar across their species. Probably a poor assumption, but this is the only way I know how to do it. Seems to catch on fine enough, though. Taking some kind of clear liquid and swabbing down a section of my arm with one giant finger. Disinfectant, I'd guess. I'm still worried about the prospect of using alien medicine in my body, but I don't think I've been exposed to much yet. Not that there's a threshold for dying to alien medicine, but the less the better for now. Oh well, this is Furry's with a fur. Attempting a non-invasive puncture of the subject. Locating a vein by eyes harder than without proper scans. You'll need to schedule those during upcoming days if possible. For future note, patients' lack of fur does make it significantly easier. Possible vein of forearm. We'll attempt to try there. Stops monologuing to himself and looks to me. Gently ground my arm with his free hand. I'll do this the best I can, I promise. I can do nothing but trust him at this point, so I just close my eyes and turn away, wincing. Waiting is always the worst in these situations. Then, there it is. I felt the needle pierce my skin. Still looking away, but I hope he got what he was looking for. Loaded this again, and as soon as it started, it stopped. Slid my eyes and turned back to him. He's taken a small red vial out of the device and gently placed it in one of his pockets. This happens, I hear the door sliding open. Guess it's lunchtime. My arm a bit. It's barely even sore. There, all done. Hope that wasn't too bad. It's impossible to gauge how patients react to this kind of procedure. But you sat very still, so thank you. Stands and moves a large paw over my head before stopping himself with a blank face. Doc, you good in there? Snaps out of it and pulls his hand back, adjusting his overcoat. Yes, course. Right. Lunch. What did you bring us? No idea what that was about. Maybe something was in my hair? Anyways, I am curious to see what these things eat, and I guess what I'll be eating. It's only now crossed my mind that dogs are either eat raw animals or dog food, so I'm pleasantly surprised to see plates of food that look almost recognizable, if at least by shape and color alone. Walk closer to get a better look. Bonk! No way. Damn it. Forgot about the see-through wall stuff. Maruk, don't laugh. You okay? Puts a paw on my back to make sure I don't stumble over. Yeah. He pushes his paw away and approached the wall again, more carefully this time, seeing how there are lines on the floor indicating where it is, as well as its not entirely translucent base. Smooth at the touch, like glass. It's silken. If I able to look outside, there isn't much to see besides lunch. Maruk's bench on our lunch, which happens to be quite nicely laid out over two trays, although by the orientation I'm beginning to believe only one of the trays is for me, as the other is by Maruk's bench. Guess he was really hungry too. There seems to be some kind of soup, a salad, a bun, some crackers, some rolled up things, and some kind of meat, maybe. At least he didn't skip on the variety. Oh, and a glass of what I can only assume was water. God, I was getting worried I would have to drink out of the sink again. So just on the other side of those confounding see-through walls, I'm not really sure how this is going to work. Fortunately for me, Doc's already a few steps ahead of me, sitting where the door should be. See now there are more marks on the floor where he is. Must be for that reason. No, I'm gonna go get your food. Please stay where you are, alright? Alright, I really am still sort of a prisoner right now. Interesting. There's that thing again. Fun. I'm sorry, this is a first update, and we're already almost in. We're like an hour and 10 minutes in. And this is. Wow, okay. How long is this? I nod and step out before Maru messes with the device in his wrist and the wall retreats, allowing Doc to retrieve the meal for me. Or maybe for us? I doubt I can eat with everything there. Or should. Fortunately, it's a short affair and Doc is back at my lunch. And my only exit that closes behind him. I guess any thought of escape is a bit silly, especially with Maruk right there. I'm not really looking forward to being tackled and knocked out again anytime soon. We'll see if escape is even necessary. It seems like they intend to help me, or at least study me. Some growls. Right. Food first. Existential dread of being imprisoned by giant dogs later. Oh yes, of course. Now that the tray's actually in the room, I realize the food actually smells pretty good as well. Neat. Like something homemade and hearty, but with a hint of something I can't put my finger on. Not really was expecting. Doc sets the tray in front of me, and I'm first drawn to the crackers. By far the most boring option, but it seems to save us both again without any repercussions. Although in truth I have no idea. This could all just be poison waiting to kill me. Suddenly struck with fear and decision paralysis, I took Dot for guidance, only to find his face portrays a worryingly similar expression. Just the same idea hit him as well. Give him a few seconds before he noticed me staring. I'm not really sure what to offer you here. I could list out their ingredients and health benefits, even their chemical composition, but not sure that would help you. Let's just be cautious and take this away. Where's the meaty, paint-looking thing? And maybe this. And then the tray with the bun. Oh dear, maybe these two. There goes the rolls. You can tell he's trying hard to make sure nothing will mess with me. Although in truth, he has no way of knowing either way. Just worried there won't be any food left I can try. Rather be safe than sorry, but I have to eat something. Doc, just look. Wow. Holy shit. This was. Wow, okay, that's poorly formatted. Look, just let the pup try something. We're both a bit. We're both. Really? There needs to be apostrophe there. We're both a bit shocked to see Maruk standing over us, sitting on the wall. Seems to be eating some kind of burger or sandwich. It's got foil wrapping and all. Bread looks really thick, though. Wait a minute. What did he call me? Hey! How do you know I'm an adult? I yell, mockingly shaking my fist at him. Just scoffs and rolls his eyes. Suppose Maruk is right. Although I can't guarantee your safety if you try anything, and I'm sorry for that. On some tests, but that could take days, and since you are a different species, the result might not even come back correct. So maybe just take it slow. I frown and just nod. I'm not really reassured this will be my last meal. I don't see any other options. Well, besides cannibalism, but I think it's a bit early to gnaw my own leg off. Nevertheless, I still decided to start off easy. Maybe two easing factors like I have the glass of water. Really have no idea how to tell it's just normal water or something else. The water from the sink tasted normal, but who knows? Could be corroding from the inside, let's sit here right now. That thought notwithstanding, can't think of anything on Earth that doesn't drink water. Although whether I am still on Earth or not is another issue. Sniffing the water is nothing but draw a few strange looks from my hosts. It's some water. You do drink water, right? Dihydrogen monoxide. Glad to hear some things are still the same around here. Wow, they really need to format this better. Holy fucking shit. Once I've had a drink, I take one of the crackers and inspect it. Looks thicker than a saltine, but breaking in half shows it's flakier and less brittle. That's a common snack for us. It's a kind of flatbread, maybe more of a pastry, really. It's not just empty carbs with some. That's all you need. You can also get it sweetened as a dessert. It's in a lot of soldier. Oh my god, format your fucking VN. It's in a lot of soldiers' rations do, it stays pretty well. Expect Maru to remark about that, but I guess he's too busy eating. Even though he's still standing right next to us. Well, there goes nothing. Take it by my hypothesis turns out to be correct. It's more flaky than it is brittle. Almost something flattened a croissant. Or maybe a few. It's really dense. Though the flavor leaves a lot to be desired. Really bland with a sweat and almost herb-like aftertaste. But I immediately start choking aside to finish the one I'm holding. Maybe we should stop there, wait until anything happens. That way if anything does, we'll know you shouldn't eat those again. Well, I agree with Morrow's logic. I'm hungry now. Don't really relish the idea of only eating what is essentially bread and water for the foreseeable future. That was kind of already what I subsisted on back home. Simply shake my head no and reach for the salad. Looks worried, but he doesn't stop me. Sailor Rick was right in that regard. Kind of just best getting over with it. The leaves look different than any leaf I'm used to. Well, I should go without saying. But just didn't eat enough salads back home to really determine any difference. Well, I like to say it's a common dish that I always advise our crews eat well. I find more often than not humble greens are ignored around here. That one in particular, though, does look a little barren. Barely has any dressing on it. Maruk, which cafeteria you go to? Lord Dix was the closest. Did you want me to spend my pay going to another one? For this? Gestures at me. If the facility or station or whatever this is big enough to have multiple cafeterias. Or at least one for the workers, one for the higher-ups, maybe. Well, no, I just might have stopped by and make sure the living standards are up there. Or at least the food quality. It's fine, Doc. I just didn't put a lot of dressing on since it's for them. Oh, suppose it will be a safe assumption. Thank you. It's kind of thoughtful coming from him. Maybe he's not just some muscled-up jerk. You probably know the guy for more than a day before judging him. Well, he did tackle me and knock me out. Well, his job is to worry about security. Right now, my job is to try the salad. Taking the first bite is pretty disappointing, but I mean, I guess I should expect it as much. It is just a bunch of leaves with a small amount of dressing. Aftertaste is a nice kick to it, though. Decent hint of spice. Oh no, I think I'm gonna make a better salad back home. Dog just seems glad I'm not choking it or breaking out in rashes and hives, which is fair. I'm sure he had to lose a patient, and new species, to bad food. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Or not as I reach for my final dish. The traditional northern broth, pretty much exclusively with vegetables. But I've seen some variation with meat instead. This one looks fine, though. It's usually eaten during the colder season by farmers, but they really only anyone can enjoy it year-round. Soup itself is some beautiful bronze oil floating at the top, stained just separate from the rest of the broth. Single unidentifiable ingredient sits at the bottom of the bowl. Bringing the bowl to my lips, I'm able to really take in the warm, hearty aroma of it. Glad it stayed warm for so long. My first sip, I'm shocked by how spicy it is for something described as vegetable broth. Fortunately, it's not too much. I can enjoy the rest of the soup. The rest of the meal continues about the same. Really finished my 3 small dishes while Doc makes small talk and Maruk leers at me. Not the worst family dinner I've had. Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate that. The dog needs to shut up for fucking... I hate... It just needs to shut up. I hate Oliver sometimes. Once I finished and put all my dishes in the tray, I yawn and sit back a bit. I just realize I have no idea what time it is. Looking around the room to see if maybe somehow I missed a giant clock reveals nothing of the sort. And a bit of a lost item, I might as well try to ask. So, Doc, what time is it? Those are about the expressions I expected. Try tapping my wrist, maybe watches exist here? Oh no, I don't have a monitor like Maruk's. Mine is I must have left it somewhere. Maruk, I think they want to see your monitor, is that okay? I'm sure they're curious. Well, it was worth a shot. Since Doc mentioned I might as well take this opportunity to check out his monitor, whatever he called it. I am curious, he wasn't wrong. Yeah, I saw, Doc. What should I do? I got important information on here. Just open the lot menu at least. Fine, fine. He lowers his paw to my eye level and feigns some pressing buttons in the air. Then a projection comes out of the bracelet. Wait, does he even touch it? I wonder if he can just tell where his hand is. Saw it from far away earlier, but I'm blown away by it now. It's like a real-life hologram or some sort of short-range projection. Can't even see any seams in anywhere. It's like a band of pure bronze. It's even emitting light. I've got to get one. Alright, that's enough. Stop gawking at my personal stuff. Dog, it's getting late. The only orders for dealing with, well, this. What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Gonna go to my quarters. Who's guarding this thing tonight? Maruk, you're head of security. You're on security detail. I know we've never had to use these cells before, but we need them now. So please. Maruk just seems to be grumbling to himself. Maybe growling is a better word for it. Guess he's stuck with me, or rather, I'm stuck with him. I have some pillows and a blanket set up. I know you're tired, but you know how important this is. Yeah, whatever, Doc. Didn't want to sleep in my own bed anyways. Laura just sighs and turns to me. Please understand that keeping you in here is just as much as for your safety as for ours. We just want to make sure it's safe for both of us before we can let you out. Hope the accommodations are enough, but if you need anything, you can try and ask Maruk, and he will do his best to help you. There's a pointed side eye to Maruk, who just looks away and scoffs. Time comes to get out and make sure you can see everything there's to see around here. Get you a better room. But for now, it is getting late, and I've still got some tests to run today. Back tomorrow. Thank you. With that, he turns and heads for the door. Can't see him anymore, but I can still hear him. Maruk, are you okay? What was that supposed to mean, Doc? Nothing. Let me know if you need anything. The door shuts. Maruk sighs. Feels calm for a second. And only a second. He turns and punches the far wall. Damn it! I thought I was fucking done with guard duty. Promotion after promotion for this shit. Can't believe I... Turns and faces me, as if he forgot I was here. Expression is unreadable. Anger, confusion, disgust, anguish. It's all hidden beneath a scowl. I can't deal with you tonight. Ending the conversation before it could begin, he quickly hits an invisible button on his monitor. Screen flashlight before my view was cut off. The wall is just a wall again. No fancy doors or giant window. Once again, I'm alone. In a white room with nothing but my thoughts. Wow. Oh boy. Oh boy. For a second, they'd have apologized and pops to my head, but for what? Maybe it's an excuse not to be trapped again. I've been trapped all day, but only now does that reality creep back in, seeping through the black shadows and the bone-white walls. The dread fact that I am indeed a prisoner. I have the scars to prove. Moved by invisible strings, I shambled to the sink, trying to calm myself down by splashing some water on my face. Worked somewhat well until after drying off, I lock eyes with the beast in the mirror. I looked like shit. 2 sets of bandages, no shirt, bruises on my arms and shoulder. Want them gone. When all this just suddenly fall away. Managed so well that they not fall apart, not claw at the walls or find my way to freedom. Yet when faced with myself, I cannot manage. Without an ability to look in the mirror, I tried to turn away before noticing something on my cheek. Still water shining away, dripping slowly. Eyes are red too. Oh. Damn it! I'm sure if hitting the wall was the catalyst or not, but the tears start really coming. Managing to make it to the bed is more difficult than I like to admit, almost stumbling over myself multiple times. Only Maruk isn't watching and laughing. Wait, fuck him. He tagged me and knocked me out. Fuck all of this. Scream out now sudden, pillow does nothing to assuage a mental tirade, but it's better than punching walls. Do nothing more than curl up and cry. What's become of me? What I have lost. Even with my bag and phone, I can't even call my mom. Oh. Then whether or not I'll be able to see my friends and family again really isn't going to help me stop crying. Fine. I don't even want to be awake anymore anyways. Doing me no good right now. Though whimpering and gas or air is making it hard to stay focused on sleeping, but eventually I managed to at least stop crying. For flipping the pillow over to the dry side and getting fully under the sad excuse for a blanket, I try to find empty thoughts to fall asleep to. Last waking thoughts are my first day at school, and at the classes I missed, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Okay. Day 1. Oh boy. Okay, so this video is almost an hour and a half, which is where I usually end them. So yeah, I'm gonna save because I don't know how fucking long this update is, honestly. Okay, so my thoughts on this fucking game so far. It's way longer than what I expected for a demo, let's just say that much. The characters all seem fleshed out. The story is intriguing me a bit. I mean, sure, it's really cliche. Very cliche, in fact. It's basically the same old story with so many other VNs, but hopefully they do a different spin on it eventually, I hope. I mean, it is original in the sense that the main character isn't a fucking paper towel and is actually fucking having genuine emotions over this and not just blindly trusting these people. It's definitely original because of that. So many VNs since the Dasher came out have just been utter garbage that way. But yeah, I really like this so far. I'll do the rest of the update at some point, I don't know, but like thanks for watching, I guess. I don't fucking know. See ya.